Hello everyone, how is it going guys? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we're going for another live session and this is what we do pretty much every week. We do it twice a week, every Tuesday and Thursday. So it is Thursday today, 21st of August. Let me just double check and make sure I'm not wrong, but yeah, looks all good. We're gonna have a look at the setups that I've been talking about for a long time now in the premium Telegram channel as well as in the free Telegram where we share daily updates on Euro Dollar. We're gonna start off with this one in just a second, but as usual, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna send a link for the live session in the free Telegram channel. I just want to make sure that more people um, will join, and whatever kind of questions you guys have, you can drop them in the chat box. I'll make sure to answer each one of you. I'm trying to make these live sessions, kind of more engaging so more people can actually benefit from those. And even if there are not many people watching live, there are more views after a couple of days, after the stream. So people are coming back to watch these videos, these live streams. So it would be very helpful for everyone out there if we have a conversation. So just a quick second, so I can send the link in the free Telegram channel. And if you haven't joined already, make sure to do so. We've got over 3,000 people, and this is where we send out daily updates on Euro Dollar, like I said. And if you want to receive daily updates on the rest of the instruments that we trade, well, then you can join the premium Telegram channel. So let me just do that. It's all looking good so far. You guys can let me know if you can hear me well, or if not, I'm gonna have to fix my mic. I think we should be fine though. I'm using the same settings as the last few times, and I know the sound was kind of okay, so we should be good. But let me know if there are any issues with the audio. In the meantime, I'll just drop a link on Twitter also, and on Facebook, and then we're gonna come back to the charts. I've actually got the volatility expert advisor currently running on Euro Dollar, so taking trades automatically based on the analysis that we have. So I'm not even bothered about manual entries, because I make sure that the expert advisor takes care of moves that I would usually like to trade, but now I don't have to do it manually, so I don't have to sit in front of the charts and wait for the right entry or anything like this. I just set up the zone where I want the expert advisor to start loading up some positions, and just let it do its thing, and we'll see how it goes. So I've made a video part one when I just set up the expert advisor to start loading on some positions right here on Euro Dollar, but I think I'm gonna finish the video maybe in a week or two when I've got some results to actually show, because right now it's just entering trades, currently at break even I believe, but we'll see how it goes. So I'll make sure to share that video on here on YouTube. Probably not going to be a live session, but an actual edited video. Right. So it's just Facebook left. So right here. A quick message for everyone following us on Facebook also. All right, I think we're good to go. I can see we've got a few people already. Welcome everyone to the stream. Let me know if you guys have any positions right now, or if you're looking for any entries on any of the major instruments, or cross pairs as well. I just want to double check, see what kind of strategies you guys use. Are you looking for day trading setups, swing trading positions? What is it that you're interested in? I would love to know, because every time it's just, it's just one side. It's literally just me sharing my setups. Of course, that's the purpose of the live session, but I would love to know what kind of strategies you guys use. I would assume most of you are probably using smart money types of strategies, but you know, it's fine. Any strategy is good as long as it works, right? So what do we got here? So this is euro dollar, and this is the 1 hour time frame right now. Now, you know, I've said it many times before. We are still looking for bullish continuation. We know that the overall trend is bullish. We know that it's a long-term steep trend as well. I've got my pen right here so I can draw on my chart. I mean, I can probably use the one here on TradingView as well, but I like to use this one. So anyways, what do we got? We've got this sideways move right here. So we can see that the market is kind of slowing down, closing itself in between, these levels right here. And I'm still expecting that we may actually see a pullback. Okay, so that pullback, the first level to watch out for would be the 38.2, which is 1.16 spot on. So this is my first point of interest right here, basically a retest of this previous low. Once we tap into that level, of course, if that happens, well then I'll have to kind of follow price action and see what it does, how it reacts around that level, because this is where we may see that reversal happening. Okay, if not, if we actually break below the 38.2, I would be expecting for price to possibly reach 1.15, right, or 1.1520, where we've got the 61.8 level. But pretty much within this area right here is where I would expect for price to, if there is a correction, for that retracement to end and potentially reverse. And once it does, we're going to have a confirmation that the analysis is actually right. And so we can then look for buying opportunities. Should we enter a trade now? I mean, I'm looking at the 1 hour time frame. I can see that we're trading around these lows right here. And not only that, but we've also got a couple of reactions already, and especially this most recent one, I can see we've got a strong momentum bullish candle. So usually after such candles, I would probably look for entries. Now, if I have to drop down to a lower time frame, I'll probably look for entries around the 50% area, or maybe the 61.8, where price currently is trading. But I would need to see a strong reaction. So I would need to see another momentum candle right here, taking price all the way back up. If that happens, then this could be a potential entry. And you should consider this more aggressive. Why? Well, first of all, we're currently looking at the 5-minute time frame. Okay. Also, we could easily take out the lows right here and then reverse. Okay, so in fact, this setup for me is much better, at least according to my strategy and my style of trading. Okay, I've said it many times during those live sessions, and also in the mentoring program. I'm always looking for price to collect some stop losses. You see, we don't yet have that right here, but if we have it and we potentially tap into the 38.2, for me that setup automatically becomes even stronger. Okay, so I'm looking for price to do something like this. I'm not sure whether that will happen, but let's see how it goes. So the first sign for a potential reversal will come here on the 5 or the 15-minute time frame. Like I said, maybe if we leave a doji down here and then we have an engulfing candle taking out this previous bearish candle, if something like this happens, well then I would consider this as an entry pattern. All right, and maybe I can give it a go with a less risk and definitely with an aggressive stop loss. I'll probably place the stop loss just below that momentum right here. I know there are even more aggressive traders that if you see a potential reversal here and you get your entry, then they would place their stop loss just below that reversal. All right, so that's extremely risky. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but it will definitely work less times, which means you're going to have to be ready to re-enter that trade again, because you can enter up here, you've got the perfect entry pattern, but instead of that, price comes down here, takes out the most recent low, and then gives you exactly the same pattern. Right? What would you do in that case? Well, you got to go for another entry. So this is pretty much what I'm looking for here on euro dollar. But like I said, I would prefer to stick to the higher time frame and actually see price pushing a little bit lower and then giving me that reversal. And plus, like I said, I currently have the expert advisor running, entering long positions on the way down. So in order for me to make more profit once the market reverses and goes back to the upside, I would need to load more buy positions. So that means ideally I want to see a little bit of a continuation of that pullback right here. Okay, now recently we haven't been able to break below previous lows, so you know the bears may be losing momentum and we may see that reversal sooner. But whatever happens, I'm up for it. The only thing is that right now I don't see an entry opportunity. Especially if you're looking for kind of conservative trades. If you're looking for more aggressive entries, well then check out the 5 and the 15-minute time frame on euro dollar for potential buys. What do we got here on pound dollar? Obviously very similar setup. We've got the 38.2 down at 1.3420. So not only that, but we also have previous reaction at that level multiple times. Okay, so if we come down here, I will be looking for price to potentially reverse, and if that happens, then this could be another entry. And I would only suggest for you to open a position on either one of those, but not both of them, because you're basically doubling your risk. You are trading essentially against the US dollar on both of your positions. And even though long term I am expecting for the US dollar to um, keep moving bearish, we'll see how it goes. You know, we're not only looking for idea, but we're also looking for confirmation to that idea. So that's why we look at price action, and we look at, we're looking for price models that kind of confirm our analysis. So both of these, euro dollar and pound dollar, with potential buy entries soon, not right now. What about the lower time frames down here? Well, it looks like we've taken out some of the highs right here, okay? But at the same time, we have a lower high. So we're now gaining momentum to the downside. So let's see if we manage to break and close below this right here. Because if that doesn't happen, but instead of that, we have another one of these candles with a long rejection wick, and then we have a bullish engulfing candle, well then that could be a signal for a potential buy setup. Okay, now I'm not saying that, do not take this as a signal. I'm just sharing my point of view. But as you can see, I'm not taking any trades right now. So we've got the euro dollar and pound dollar with a bullish continuation, but right now we are in a pullback, so we're not rushing with any of our entries. Then we move on to gold, or in fact before gold, let's check out the yen cross pairs. So this is what I talked about, this setup right here on euro yen earlier today, when I was sending the video for the premium Telegram channel. That was before the London session opened, right? So you can imagine how many hours ago. But price was trading around here. Okay, it didn't even have this impulse earlier today. So we did say that we're not expecting to see price breaking below this low. And since price was trading around that level anyway, what I said was that we're most likely going to see this continuation higher. Okay, and so this is exactly what we have a few hours later. So if we have a look at the 4-hour charts as well, now the 4-hour chart, it really depends on your broker's what is it called, the time zone of their servers, because the 4-hour time frame, as you can see right here on a cup, is closing at about 50 minutes. Whereas you may be looking at another broker, and then the 4-hour time frame may be closing in 2 hours. All right, so the 4-hour time frame, I'm not usually looking for candlestick formations on that one, but I do like to kind of see what is the overall price action movement. So what do we got here? We've got this strong engulfing candle, which comes right after a rejection candle as well. Okay, and as you can see, we have consecutive higher lows. So that kind of signals and gives us a hint that we may see price continuing pushing up. Now, even if we start pushing down, unless we break below and close below this rejection candle, I'm still going to be looking for buying opportunities. Okay, this is very important. So that was a good setup here on euro yen. those out there from the premium Telegram channel who managed to catch this move on the lower time frames are already out, but that's well done. That setup was pretty good earlier this morning. And then we have pound yen. Okay, so I don't know. I mean, I'm probably not going to be looking for any long trades here, and I would still prefer to actually look and wait for a trade on the majors, on let's say euro dollar and pound dollar, rather than euro yen and pound yen. But I know some of you guys do not even trade the major. Some of you are solely focusing on cross pairs. Uh, I kind of understand it, especially euro yen and pound yen. These instruments may, you know, kind of move like gold sometimes, where they have some sudden spikes in price, sudden momentum shifts and stuff like that. So you may set a stop loss and a take profit, and in some cases price will reach that TP or stop loss much quicker compared to a major instrument. But anyways, this is what I'm looking for. Again, bullish continuation on the yen cross pairs as well. Okay, and then of course we have gold. Um, if we look at the daily time frame, we're literally in the middle of nowhere. Okay, we're in the middle of that range. Now, when you look at the 4-hour chart, after this retracement right here, it looks like we're now ending, at least for now, that's what it looks like. We're now ending that retracement with a momentum candle, some bullish momentum candles. Not only that, but just have a look at the current 4-hour time frame. Okay, but like I said, we shouldn't be looking at the 4-hour time frame only, or it shouldn't be our main time frame to look on, but instead of that, the 1-hour chart. Okay, and what do we got here? We have a pretty decent reversal, if you ask me. So we've got a Fibonacci level right here. Okay, 61.8, perfect retest of the 61.8, and you can see on the 15-minute time frame what kind of rejection we have. Okay, and then after that, we've got a few more candles, and price is currently trying to push above the previous high. So if we manage to close all the way up here, but we've only got like a minute and a half until the candle closure. If we manage to close above that, this is going to be a good signal for a potential continuation higher later on. Okay. So today, as you can see, I'm kind of looking at the lower time frames as well. But that's also quite a risky entry. Even though the setup is looking very good, when you have a look at the daily time frame and you see where price currently is, like I said, literally in the middle of that range, this is what kind of puts me off. All right, it makes me hesitant to take a trade like this. I like to see good swing moves. I'm talking about swing high, swing low, price breaking above or below previous structure, giving us a pullback, and then I'm looking for my entries. But right now with this daily time frame, it's just not the ideal case scenario. But we definitely have a strong rejection, which is a good sign. Okay, so we'll see how it goes. Now, when it comes to take profit levels, I would probably use the Fibonacci extension. So this tool right here, point A down here, the beginning of the impulse, point B, the end of the impulse, and point C, the end of the correction within this impulse. So that gives us the next target levels, 3,350, and then eventually 3,360, 370, right, all the way up here. This is still below this major high. So for me, it's definitely looking like a reasonable target, 3,360. Okay, so this is probably what I would be going for. And we can easily complete that target without even breaking above or breaking out of the range. All right, so even if price decides to stay within the range, this may be a reasonable target. Okay, because we're basically testing a previous high. So I do like this setup here on gold as well. It's definitely looking good in my opinion. But from all of those, it's probably the majors together with gold, which I'm gonna be looking at the most. And like I mentioned earlier, I've got the expert advisor running on euro dollar, entering buy positions. But I totally forgot that maybe not all of you know what I'm talking about. So make sure to check out the links in the description below this video. Okay, but I'm talking about the volatility trading system. So this is a semi-automated bot that trade automatically based on specifically set parameters. So those parameters will, kind of work out the strategy that you're trying to utilize with the expert advisor. Whatever kind of strategy you have, you can set up the expert advisor to enter positions based on that strategy alone. And it saves you a lot of time, and it also improves your win rate. Okay, there are videos on this channel where I'm explaining more about the expert advisor, how it works, and what kind of results you can expect from it. So make sure to check it out. Okay, and if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to do that right now. It would really help our channel grow and reach more people. And what else will help is for you guys to comment and ask any questions, or let me know what kind of setups you're looking for, or share with me whether you like the setups that I'm showing right now, and if not, then how can we improve those setups, right? But having a conversation would be very helpful for the rest of the traders that may be watching this stream later um, um, as a recording. So anyways, it's looking good. I do like the setups. We just need some extra confirmation. So here is how the 15-minute candle closed on gold. We couldn't quite break and close above this previous high, but at least this momentum is definitely showing strength for the bulls. Hi, Mihail. Thanks for commenting again, man. It's always you not letting me, speak to myself. I've noticed that more people are watching live when I'm doing the US session, so that's why I stopped doing the London session. But if I, did my live session earlier today during the London session, I would probably give you a heads up for the setups on Euro Yen and Pound Yen, so maybe more of you could have taken advantage of this move right here and this breakout. But it's fine. For those of you who do not want to miss trading opportunities, make sure to join our premium Telegram channel. Right, you can find everything on our website, by the way, so check out the links in the description below this stream. Okay, so this is the volatility trading system. This is the expert advisor that I'm talking about. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I've got it currently running on a VPS, just because I want to make sure that even if my laptop is switched off, or even if I lose connection with my Wi-Fi or whatever, the expert advisor will keep running. So that's why I have it on a VPS. But so far so good. We managed to enter and exit a few positions already, and also managed to make some profit. So we currently have more trades open, but I'm really looking at this whole zone to the downside. I've got my stop loss just below this momentum right here, because really, if price manages to break and close below this level right here, I'm talking about 1.1380, then it's not going to look good anyway. So I wouldn't want to be in a trade like this, and so that's exactly why I've got my stop loss all the way down here. Okay, if you are interested in me showing you how the expert advisor works during those live sessions and what kind of setups I have with it, well, then let me know. Put it in the chat box. Oh, and I totally forgot to show you where to gain access to the premium Telegram channel. You come over here, services, and then premium analysis. Okay, you can read more about it, what's included. Okay, you can see a few videos right here to see how the analysis performs, what kind of results you can expect, and then you can request access in the premium Telegram channel. And this is where every single day from Monday to Friday you will receive updates on my full watch list. Right, we're talking about the majors, cross instruments, gold, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and so on and so on. There are a few hours that London and New York sessions overlap. Not a bad time to trade. Probably the best time to trade. That's right. It's when the London and the US session overlaps. That's right. This is probably the best time to trade. The market is more active during those hours. That's correct. And for those of you that are complete beginners, what Miho says right now, all of that information is included in our free beginners course. Right? You can come over here completely for free. You ain't gonna pay nothing. Just click on beginner, and then this right here, free Forex training for beginners. We're talking about nearly 40 video tutorials, 38 video tutorials, more than 2 hours of content, completely for free. All you got to do is to sign up on our website and you will get free access to this course. If you're a complete beginner, this is the best start. This is literally a head start. Right, it's going to save you a lot of time to look for that information. We've put it into a course, well structured course, and we're giving it away to you for free. So make sure to take advantage of that if you're a complete beginner watching this stream. You know, I do like this impulse on Ghost, but the thing is, you know, I feel like we may still have another move toward the downside. I think a lot of people have entered right here, and and we probably need to take them out before we continue higher. Maybe not even just this low. It could come as low as this low, because don't forget that we're actually in the range on gold. So we don't really have a specific market direction right now. We're just trading sideways. You know, I know a lot of you guys are trading funded accounts or trying to get a funded account, and you know the setups that I usually look for when I'm doing a challenge are setups like this: lower time frame, break and retest, and then I'm trying to catch this momentum right here. And as this momentum keeps going on, every time we have a small pullback, just like this one right now, and I notice that we're about to reverse and continue that momentum right here, I would look to add more to my trade. This is how you can, you know, pass your challenge probably the fastest, even though I'm not recommending this, especially if you don't have enough experience. But this is the way I used to do it. I haven't done a challenge in a long time, but these are the setups that I'm looking for. Every time we have a rejection like this, I would look for entries. Okay. You see, what I would do in this case is if I'm doing a challenge because I'm taking a lot more riskier trades, I would enter at current price levels with a stop loss just down here, right? Maybe just 0.5%. Now, if I have another bullish candle that closes above this one right here, talking about a good bullish candle like this, I would enter again with another 0.5%, right? Still place my stop loss down here, and I would wait for this momentum to carry on. And if it doesn't, if it starts trading sideways or it slowly starts pushing down, I would just close my trades, not even waiting for price to hit my stop loss, because I'm trying to catch this momentum. And usually when I'm looking for trades like this, as soon as I enter a trade, I want to see price keeping that momentum immediately, right? I don't want to give it a lot of time to think about it, because I'm trying to catch the momentum. If the momentum doesn't come, that probably means it will come later, which means I don't want to be in that trade anymore. So I'm going to cut my losses quickly, not even wait to hit that full percent risk on my account. And this is how I minimize the losses. But you really need just a few setups, maybe 3 setups like this to actually pass phase one or phase two, right? Because if you have like, let's say 2% stacked and the momentum comes, you can make 6-7% in a short period of time, especially when you're using those aggressive stop losses. But the thing with the aggressive stop losses, I almost never let price hit my stop loss, even though it may be just 5 pips or 6 pips of a stop loss, right? I would never wait for price to hit my full stop loss. Of course, sometimes it happens, but this is what I'm talking about. If I enter a trade here and I don't see the next few candles going in my direction, I will close that trade. Okay. So after such candle, this bullish candle right here, I would actually expect for price to keep that momentum going up. But as you can see, so far, this is not what we see, right? Instead of that, the market is just trading around the same level, around the entry point. We've actually got some momentum here on pound dollar, and we're actually forming out this pattern that I'm talking about. Okay, so we've got the rejection with this candle, and then we have a bullish candle which is about to close above these previous ones. Still got about a minute left until that candle closes, and this is a 15-minute candle. So we'll see how it goes, but pound dollar is also looking kind of good. Then we have gold. I need to see a little bit more of a pullback here. And of course we have the yen cross pairs as well. Even important question. Do you know somebody that has passed successfully a challenge and after that got funded and received a real profit if successful, real payment from a prop firm? Uh, so are you asking me if I know somebody who has passed a challenge and actually got a payout? Is this the question? Of course I know, yeah. I've received payouts myself as well, multiple times. So it is real. But my only advice would be to only use, I don't even know what else to say, but it's just literally just FTMO. I don't know about anything else. I mean, FTMO is probably the only one where you can at least be sure that you should get paid. You know, any other prop firm I probably wouldn't use, even though I have used other prop firms. So they're not a total fraud. No, no, they're not. I mean, I would say probably most of the prop firms are, but you know, that's why I would say, you know, FTMO is probably the biggest player in the prop firm industry. So why go for anything less? They may be a little bit more expensive, but you pay for that peace of mind, right? If you get to a payout, at least you know it's going to be paid out. And also other prop firms, you've got to make sure to double check what is the drawdown rule on each prop firm that you want to trade, because with FTMO you don't have this trailing drawdown. It's I think it's called static drawdown, where you know it's based on the initial account balance. So if let's say you make 5% profit on your account and then you lose 5% in one, and then you lose, yeah, I think 5% in one day. Instead of them taking your account away, you can still trade it because it's not 5%. You know what? I may be wrong. I'm just thinking about it. Do you know what? Let's open up the website of. Let's check it out. I haven't even seen, like, I haven't seen their um, updates, and I'm sure they do have some updates since the last time I checked out their website. So they're not total great. I have to be familiar with the rules. Yes, you have to be very important to be familiar with the rules. Let me just. No, this is their blogs. Um, no, it's probably on frequently asked questions. I can't even find it. So you have what maximum daily? Oh, there it is. Oh, then there you go. That's it. So this rule can also be called trader's daily stop loss. According to our rules, this is set as 5% from the initial account balance. The rule says that at any moment of the day, the result of all closed positions in some. Okay, so the counting formula. Current daily loss equals results of closed positions of this day plus results of open positions. Okay, so for example, in the Jumbo Challenge with the initial account balance of 200,000, the max daily loss limit is 10k. If you happen to lose 8k in your closed trades, your account must not decline more than 2,000 this day. It must also not go um, negative 2,000 in your open floating losses. The limit is inclusive of commissions. Or vice versa, if you profit 5k in one day, then you can afford to lose 15. So this is, you know, this is what I'm talking about. So you have, let's say, on a 200k account, you have a daily loss limit of 10k. So if you make 5k profit, now your daily loss limit is not 10 but 15k. You see, this is how it should be, because other prop firms, they would have different rules. Okay, so let's say you make you make 10K profit, and then you lose 10K in that same day, but it's only the profit that you've made. Okay, so you haven't even gone below the initial account balance. You only lose the profit you've made, but you basically lost 10 or 5% depending on the account, on the challenge you're doing. And so this is your daily loss limit. So they're now going to take the account away from you. So you basically failed the challenge. Okay, whereas with FTMO is how it should be. Okay, if you make 10K, then now you have 20K of daily loss limit. This is very, very important. So make sure to double check this if you're going to be using another prop firm. But to be honest, I don't have a payout with this prop firm, but I've done their challenge and I failed it. But this, I think, is also kind of okay. Funded next. I think this prop firm is fine. Now I'm not sure about. That was a long time ago. I don't know about their drawdown rules. The most important thing to do when you try a challenge is to be really familiar with the rules. Yes, before you start the challenge, you should be very familiar with the rules. That's right. Yeah, they've got different types of accounts here on Funded Next, but I think this one is good as well. So if we go for, uh, so let's say, oh, so you've got a free trial as well. Just like with FTMO, you can go for a free trial and test your skills before you actually pay for a challenge. But as you can see, they've got Stellar 2-step account, Stellar 1-step account, Stellar Light, Stellar Instant. You can instant and get funded. Is that what it is? So you get, so let's see, for 20K you have to pay $780. Maximum overall loss. This is not even 10%. So you're not allowed to lose more than 6% on this account. If you do at any time, even if they're open positions, you failed. You don't have a maximum daily loss. Okay, so max loss limit type, trailing. This is what I'm talking about. So that's not good. So if let's say you start with 20K and you're plus 6%, and then you lose 6%, doesn't matter how long it takes you, so you're now back at 20K. So you haven't lost 20K, you haven't lost 6% from the 20K, all right? If this happens, you're gonna lose the account. This is what trailing drawdown means. So make sure, have you done any challenges before, Mihail? Any prop firm, it doesn't matter. Or have it, what are you preparing to do a challenge? But yes, I think Funded Next are kind of okay as well. Now, before, when prop firms started gaining some popularity, there was My Forex Funds, which was one of the biggest, probably the biggest after FTMO, and they were very, very, solid business. At least it looked like, right? Because they were able to, give payouts to traders, and no matter what was the payout. I've had a few payouts from My Forex Funds, but then just out of nowhere, they went under, so they closed it. So ever since then, I was like, I don't even know if I want to deal with those prop firms, because at the end of the day, yes, you sign a contract with the prop firm, but in the contract it says that they can literally stop operating their business at any given time without even giving you any sort of okay, what is it called? The word just came out of my mind. Notice. That's right. So they can literally close their business without giving you any type of notice. So even if you get payouts with the prop firms, it's like, until when? You never know. No, never. Yes, I intend to. Yeah, I would say go for FTMO. This is probably the best option that you've got. Not only that, but you can also go for a free trial. Now, with the FTMO challenge, you've got to make 10% on phase 1 and I think 5% on phase 2. Uh, but with the free trial, you're only requested to make 5% and then you pass the challenge. See, why do you think they do it like this? So on the real challenge, you have to make 10% on phase one and then 5% on phase two. But on the free trial, you basically make 5% and it says that you've passed it. So you see, they give you much easier rules on the free trial so you can gain more confidence and be like, all right, I've just passed a couple of trials or, you know, 2, 3 trial counts back to back. So I'm ready to take the challenge. But the actual challenge is much harder because you have to make 3 times as that. I will let you know in the future if I have any experience, positive or negative, with the prop firm. Great, of course. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen. We actually have a completely free course on funding, how to get funded. You can go and check it out if you haven't already. We've also got it on the Bulgarian page. This is what you can see right on the course, and then I've got the English one here. So whichever one you take, it's pretty much the same course, but we do share a strategy on how to pass a challenge here in this course, completely for free actually. Nobody likes to pay, and everybody loves to get paid, of course, yeah. But not everybody is ready to pass a challenge. It looks very easy, especially when you look a lot of traders online, here on YouTube, doing those challenges and passing a challenge in a matter of a few days. It looks very easy, but trust me, it's not. I have passed challenges, but I've also failed challenges as well. I would also, you know, suggest for you to create a strategy on, you have to be aware of how much you're paying for, what kind of potential return, because it's very easy, to look at the pricing here on their website, and you're like, can I see the actual pricing? Or, oh, there we go. So let's say if you go for a 100k account, it's 540 euros. So, that's quite a lot of money. And if you don't pass the account, then, the money is gone, So I would probably recommend go for 10k first, try and pass a few of those. Maybe then go for 25k. And then with the profit from those accounts, of course, if you pass successfully, you can then use the profit to actually get a bigger account, right? I would recommend to not spend a lot of your money on challenges. So don't go for like 100k or 200k right away. Go for a small account, pay that fee. It's only 90 euros for a 10k account. You're probably not going to make that much money from a 10k account, but you can certainly make enough money to pay for a bigger challenge. I think this is a good way to do it. Of course, everybody decides for themselves whether they want to do it this way or not. But I think that's the best way to do it, really, because it's basically free money. Once you pass a challenge, you get to a payout, you get your money back. Then it's basically free money. Yes, what happened after you pass them? Did you get paid if you made profit afterwards? Not on all of the accounts that I've passed. Sometimes I have gotten payouts, but you have to know. It says that you only got like 2 steps, and then step 3 is you're already an FTMO trader. But there's actually a step 3 before this one. Step 3 is after you pass the challenge. I'm talking about step 1 and step 2. You now have to make profit on the account in order to be able to withdraw the money and get your feedback. Because you can pass step 1, you can pass step 2, then you get the funded account. And if you start your funded account with a drawdown, and you start panicking, you don't have good enough risk management plan, if you start with a drawdown, you can actually lose the account. Even though you're now a funded trader, in order to be able to withdraw money and get your feedback, you must make some profit on that account. Okay, probably not a lot, maybe just 100 euros would be, or $100 would be enough, but you have to make some profit, which means you have to take a trade after you got funded. So if you start with a drawdown and then keep digging yourself a hole because you're taking bad trades, because you're only thinking about the profit that you can make, you can easily lose that account. And it has happened with me on multiple occasions actually. So sometimes you pass a challenge, but you don't get to a payout. I'm mainly using the expert advisor, the volatility expert advisor right now. So that's why I'm not really dealing with prop firms anymore. But we'll see. I may do a challenge just for fun, record a video or do it live. We'll see how it goes. The thing is, I may start doing those live sessions in our other channel, the Bulgarian one, because there's certainly going to be more people joining in that one rather than here. You see, right now I think we've got like only 4 people watching, so I don't even know if it's worth it. I've been doing those live sessions for some time now, few months at least, and I've done many of them. There's not that many people joining in, to be honest. So what's going on here on the chart? So we have euro dollar, pretty much trading sideways. It's probably going to form another range within this move right here. But let's see how it goes. We then have pound dollar. Okay, a nice push down. Like I said, we're probably reaching the 38.2. Then we have gold. Okay, we have a rejection right now at current price level. So if we manage to break and close above that rejection, that would be a good sign. If not, can I join there? Is it a paid channel? No, I'm talking about our main channel, Trendline Forex. Not this is the English channel. We've also got the Bulgarian one. You're probably subscribed there. I don't know. It's again on YouTube called Trendline Forex. And the yen cross pairs. I'm looking at this 5-minute setup. If we come down and then we get a nice impulsive candle, this would be a good sign for an entry. Again, a more aggressive entry, so keep that in mind. Have we texted each other in Telegram, me and you? Do we have a chat on Telegram? Give me your Telegram username. Okay, so send me a message on Telegram and I'll send you the link. I'll grab the link for you right now. Just send me a message on Telegram. Okay, so far so good. You see, it looks like as soon as we came into that impulse down here, we're now forming another one. So there were a lot of buyers entering price here, entering their positions here, and it looks like right now we may be forming a higher low. Okay, but I really want to see price closing above these wicks right here. Still got about 10 minutes, about 9 minutes actually, so let's see how it goes. But this 1 hour candle, if it closes up here, I feel like we're going to see a continuation to the upside. So I think I'm going to be ending the session right about now. For those of you who are watching for the first time, you guys make sure to subscribe to this channel. We're going to be doing more live sessions. Also, check out the links in the description below this video. Join our free Telegram channel. This is where we share daily updates on euro dollar. So you will always be aware in what direction the market is moving, what are the key levels, target levels, and so on. So very, very helpful for those of you, especially out there who don't yet have a strategy or you don't know yet how to read the market. You know, the free Telegram is the best way to start. Also, check out our website, trendlineforex.com. We have a few free courses for you to learn. Um, you know, probably the best start would be the free forex trading for beginners. If you're not a beginner, then you have other type of content to choose from for more advanced traders. All of that is on our website. We also have a blog section on our website, so we make sure to you know, drop some valuable knowledge there as well. But yeah, I think that's all. I did share the setups with you. I'm looking for continuation to the upside on all of those instruments: euro dollar, pound dollar, gold, also euro yen and pound yen. And for now, it looks good, even though we may see a continuation of the pullback short term. At some point, I'm going to be expecting for price to actually reverse and break above the current highs. So watch out for signals like this. You know, if you're just starting out with trading, I would suggest only stick to the higher time frames. I'm talking about 1 hour, 4 hour charts. Do not go anywhere, you know, near the 5 minute time frame or even the 1 minute time frame. This is probably the worst you can do, especially when you're starting out. It's very, very confusing down on the lower time frames, and it's much more clear that the picture is much more clear on the higher time frames instead. So do that, and you'll see results faster. I'll see you guys in the next live session. Mikhail, I'm waiting for your message on Telegram. I will send you the link for the other channel there. I'll see you guys in the next one. I didn't receive a message. You can drop me your handle for Telegram here in the chat box. Do you have a username on Telegram? Wait, let me double check. Uh, so I've got a few profiles that I've messaged the same name as yours, so I'm not sure which one is yours. Okay, so just check out the link that I sent in my last message here in the chat box. You can click on that and then you can send me a message. Okay, let me see. I'll double check. It doesn't come up. I don't know why is that, to be honest. Oh no, I think I found you. So this is your. Oh, it doesn't let me share your Telegram username. I don't know why. But let me just give me a second. Okay, just send you a message. Hopefully, I didn't send the message to the wrong person, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna end the session right here. I'll see you guys in the next video, and we'll carry on over Telegram with you. See you everyone. Bye bye.